In a remote village nestled among lush fields and dense forests, there lived an old farmer named Rahim. Rahim was a simple, hard-working, and wise man who cherished his land and animals. He owned a magnificent white horse named Chandni, which not only helped him plow his fields, but was also renowned throughout the village for its loyalty and strength. The villagers often said, "Rahim, your Chandni is a true treasure." One morning, when Rahim went to the stable, he found that Chandni was gone. Sometime during the night, the horse had broken its rope and fled. The news spread like wildfire through the village. The villagers gathered at Rahim's house, shaking their heads in sympathy. "Oh, Rahim, what terrible misfortune! How will you manage your fields without Chandni?" they lamented. Rahim, with a faint smile on his weathered face, replied, "Misfortune or fortune, only time will tell." The villagers found his response odd. They thought perhaps the old man was in shock, speaking so carelessly. But Rahim went back to his daily chores, as if nothing had happened. A few days later, something extraordinary occurred. Chandni returned, and he wasn't alone. He brought with him 3 wild horses from the forest. These horses were strong, sleek, and full of untamed spirit. The villagers were astonished and rushed to Rahim's house, exclaiming, "Rahim, this is incredible! 1 horse lost, and now you have 4. You're truly fortunate." Rahim's face lit up with the same calm smile as he said, "Fortune or misfortune, only time will tell." The villagers were baffled. Why wasn't Rahim overjoyed at this stroke of luck? But Rahim carried on, tending to Chandni with love and cautiously approaching the wild horses to tame them. The next day, Rahim's only son, Arif, a spirited young man, decided to try taming one of the wild horses. He chose the most striking one, a jet-black stallion with a glint of the wild in its eyes. But taming a wild horse was no easy task. As Arif attempted to ride it, the horse bucked violently, throwing him to the ground. The sound of Arif's fall brought Rahim running. Arif's leg was badly broken, and he groaned in pain. Word of the accident spread, and the villagers gathered again at Rahim's house to offer their condolences. "Rahim, what a tragedy. Your son will be bedridden for months," they said. Rahim gently stroked Arif's forehead, comforting him, and then turned to the villagers. "Misfortune or fortune, only time will tell," he said once more. By now, the villagers were growing frustrated with Rahim's cryptic responses. They thought he was hiding his pain behind these words. But Rahim focused on caring for Arif, applying herbal remedies, telling him stories, and keeping his spirits high. Weeks later, a dreadful rumor swept through the village. The king had declared war on a neighboring kingdom and ordered every able-bodied young man to join the army. The village's young men were rounded up and sent to the military camp. Mothers and fathers wept, knowing the war was brutal, and many would not return. But Arif, still recovering from his broken leg, was spared by the soldiers. When the villagers heard this, they rushed to Rahim's house, overjoyed. "Rahim, you're truly blessed. Your son has been spared from the war," they cried. Rahim looked at Arif, who was now slowly trying to walk again, and then at the villagers. With his familiar smile, he said, "Fortune or misfortune, only time will tell." This time, the villagers paused to reflect on Rahim's words. They began to see the wisdom in his perspective. Life's events couldn't be judged as purely good or bad in the moment. Rahim had taught them to embrace life with patience, gratitude, and hope. Life is a puzzle, and each piece takes time to find its place. What seems like joy or sorrow today may reveal itself as part of a greater plan tomorrow. Like Rahim, we should face every moment with patience, give thanks in all circumstances, and never let go of hope. For, as Rahim always said, fortune or misfortune, only time will tell.